No talking while court's in session. Please keep the mask over your mouth and know that all times, there may be times when you don't understand me because of my mask. Please don't hesitate to let me know and I'll do the same for you. Mr. Harper, again, you charged with murder and possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. Sir, you've been charged with a criminal offense, and if you're found guilty, you are facing serious consequences, which may include the payment of a fine, loss of your driver's license, and the possibility of a jail sentence. In addition, sir, you may face increased penalties for later convictions, the loss of your right to possess firearms and ammunition, and your immigration status could be affected. Sir, you have important constitutional rights, including the right to representation by an attorney, but you may lose these rights or waive them if you do not act to protect them. You have the right to hire an attorney to represent you in every case. If you cannot afford an attorney, you may be eligible for a free attorney. If you want determination made as to whether you are qualified for a free lawyer, then it is your obligation to be screened at the location identified in paragraph 5C of the bond checklist form that we'll be giving you today. If you do not hire an attorney to go be screened, sir, you may be found to have waived your right to an attorney at your trial. Mr. Harper, you also have the right to represent yourself, sir. However, you should be aware that self-representation can be dangerous. For example, there may be certain factual or legal defenses to your charge that you are not aware of, or legal issue related to the conduct of your trial or guilty plea that an attorney would know how to preserve for an appeal. If you exercise your right to proceed without a lawyer, then you, sir, are responsible for complying with all the applicable rules of the court, including rules of evidence, procedural rules, and proper behavior before the judge and the jury. If convicted on the charges filed against you today, sir, and ought to pay a fine, you may request a reasonable scheduled payment plan from the court. Again, Mr. Harper, it is your obligation to keep up with your trial date to obtain an attorney, either by hiring one or being screened and found eligible for a court-appointed attorney prior to your trial date. If you do not appear at trial with your attorney, sir, you may deem to have waived your right to have an attorney represent you. It's your responsibility, sir, to keep the court notified if you should move or change address. Again, sir, you have a right to remain silent, the right to an attorney, and the right to a trial by jury. Do you know what a preliminary hearing is, sir?
No, ma'am.
A preliminary hearing is a probable cause hearing. That's a hearing to determine if there was sufficient probable cause to issue the warrants against you today, sir. That is not an automatic hearing. You must request a preliminary hearing. We will be giving you a preliminary hearing request form today. You have 10 days to complete and mail that form in. If you fail to turn it in a timely manner, you may not be given a preliminary hearing on your charges. The public defender's address is 305 East North Street, and I have the information, and you can write them if you like to. If you found indigent, or they may waive the fee for you or reduce it. And again, if the charges that have been brought against you today is discharged, dismissed, nor processed, if you're found not guilty, you may have your record expunged. And you have a right and obligation to be present at a trial, and the trial may proceed in your absence if you fail to appear in court. Mr. Harper, we have the victim's family here today. Per the victim Bill of Rights, would the victim be speaking today? Can you please stand up and state your name for the record? There's a microphone directly in front of you. Put your mask, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Can you speak up? Thank you. Is there anything you'd like to say today, ma'am? Thank you, ma'am. Sir, is there anything you'd like to say today? Thank you so much. Mr. Harper, gonna hold you with that bond on both your charges. I do not have the authority to set bond today. A circuit court judge can set bond. You can get an attorney to petition circuit court judge for a bond hearing, but right now we're gonna hold you with that bond. Thank you so much, sir. Thank y'all so much. If you'll step down, we'll let you sign your documents. Listen to my clerk's instructions. Thank you so much. Thank you, officer. Yes, sir. Thank you.